to them. The All-Seeing Guys. The All-Seeing Guys. With Greg and Joe. The All-Seeing Guys. The All-Seeing Guys.
Hello and
evening.
welcome to episode 153 of the All-Seeing Guys of Greg and Joe. I, of course, am Greg.
And then, therefore, by the order of elimination, I would be Joe.
That does make you Joe. How are you, mister? That does make you Joe.
that's too much for a mouthful.
That makes
Joe's
me
fine.
Joe.
Joe's fine.
Be a good catchphrase.
That makes me Joe.
That makes me Joe. Oh, you silly little son of a gun, you.
It's my only option.
Get out of here, you little scamp.
I'm very well, thank you. I had a day off today. That's pretty good.
Oh, nice.
Chilling, made pizza. Hadn't done that in a while.
Yeah.
Did some drawing. Did some music. It's been fun.
Oh, wow, it's a busy day. Busy
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Right.
Bits and bobs.
How's the old mouth holding together?
It is exactly that, Greg. It is held together because the stitches have
Tape and
not.
shit.
The stitches have not dissolved as promised. They're still in there. I cut one out. That was.
Jesus. Oh my god.
So I cut it, and then I had to pull it through my gums, which was good.
I just burned it off with a lighter.
I was close, mate, because the scissors weren't cutting for this string. Is like Superman's
Scissors
hair. I
weren't
swear to
cutting it.
fucking mate. It is like Superman's fucking hair. That's what it is.
These scissors ain't cutting it.
I know what I paid for now. It's the fucking stitches. The adamantium fucking string they've used to fucking use it.
Yeah, fucking Weapon X over it. Fucking-
Only like I'm a Weapon X and like 2 holes in my gums where teeth
Yeah,
used to
yeah,
be.
yeah.
The only part of me.
They ran out of money.
I was the last one in the queue,
Yeah.
and all they
They
could
only-
do was put 2 stitches in.
Yeah, to put 2 bits of metal in your gum and like, it'll be alright.
Yeah.
I'm sure that'll stop a bullet.
He'll get something out of that.
You'll get something out of that. The radio signals probably. Go on, off you go, son. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a cartoon, like an old TV show? Oh, it's got a weird flash of like kids' TV, like a TV show with like a live action one, with a character who could get radio on their braces.
Yeah, that's
I feel
that's
like-
come back
I feel
to.
like it. I feel like
What
it was on
was that?
Nickelodeon maybe or BBC. I feel like that was. Maybe it was, I think it might have been a character from Pete and Pete, The Adventures of Pete and Pete. I could be wrong.
I was thinking maybe like Recess or something. I swear, there's like he had like
It's
a load.
definitely live action. And what I'm
it
thinking
live
is
action?
definitely live action. Yeah.
They had like a
definitely
load
live
of.
action, what I'm thinking.
I'm having a visual of it too because they had like loads of wire like in their mouth and shit. And
Yeah.
they were like trying to like pick up
Ain't shit.
not actual shit, but like yeah. Oh fuck, that's what a horrible start because now that's just going to be on my mind.
Oh, so actually, a little spoiler at the end of it, later on. I say the end. When we run out of other things to talk about, we're going to be talking about an old TV show later on. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Is it Pugwall Summer? No. Because I feel like that doesn't get enough recognition that it deserves.
No, it's true. Yeah, I've had quite a busy day. Not like doing kind of fun stuff though as well.
Sorry.
Like still like.
Sorry, Greg, I didn't ask. How was your day?
Oh yes.
Sorry, man.
Oh, yes, it's fine. No, it's all right. We're still talking about your mouth.
Why does that sound like an insult?
I had I had some photos to edit, which I like to do, and I was actually doing some photos for Lizzie's work. They want me to photograph some pens for a website, and I was like, I'll give it a go. So I did that, and then I had to like pick the winners for our giveaway on Red 5 Designs. Obviously, May the 4th happened this week, which was actually a really busy day for us, which makes sense because Star Wars Day, Star Wars Company. It makes sense it'll be busy for us. But I mean, in terms of just like. It was all big. All our socials are really busy. We're getting tagged a lot, loads of messages. Like we were selling loads more books. So I guess having a Star Wars company is good SEO for Star Wars Day because everyone's like, "Oh, it's a Star Wars book." I'm going to pre-order that.
This comes in book form?
This comes in book. Go read a Star Wars. But yeah, it was actually a really busy, fun day for us as well. And then in the afternoon, we live streamed on the podcast, on the show we sponsor.
Yeah, there was
There was like a
they were like the last sort of thing you did before like the fun stopped. Didn't
yeah. Exactly.
that was great. I really enjoyed interacting on that one.
Yeah, it was good fun.
But
They're
wasn't
good guys,
like
man.
I didn't go full Joe because I don't think they were ready.
No,
They
you
would-
held it back a little bit.
I held back. I held back a good 75%. I was
Oh
bordering.
no, these weren't that one. That guy Shabby was on it,
Oh.
but it wasn't that because this is the last time I was on this show is when I had to get up at 3:00 in the morning to go on it. But this time I could go on it at 4 in the afternoon because they were doing it at like 11 in the morning their side.
Yeah.
Because Hasbro, who make all the Star Wars toys, majority of, were doing like a live, releasing. It was obviously Star Wars Day. They were releasing images of all the new figures coming out. So we were like on their show, commenting on that as it was streaming live as well.
Oh, like a reaction.
Sort of, yeah. But I mean, we were talking in between, and there was a guy. They had a good setup. There was a guy kind of not really in the chat, but he would pop up occasionally and be like, "Oh yeah, they've announced something. Do you want to see it? Share it on the screen. We'll talk about it."
Oh, yeah.
Then he goes. Then we carry on our conversation. Then he'll pop up again. Yo, something else came up. So okay, yeah, show us. But then we did kind of like an update in our book. I kind of already lost track of why I was even telling you all this stuff. Just
Yeah,
say
it
it
was
was a
Star Wars stuff, innit?
busy May the 4th. And then today, I had a bunch of photos I'd taken and stuff to edit, and so I was kind of editing photos all day, taking some more photos. Then I was got these awesome little like micro machines out of my mum's loft, like old Star Wars micro
wow.
machines. Not really small.
No.
They're quite. I'm about to say they're this size, but obviously you listeners can't
Fuck is
hear.
that?
That's a banther. from
Oh right.
Tatooine
I just saw this like hairy thing. It looked like you were holding like
with a
child's
Tusken Raider
like,
on top.
Child's hair.
It's probably about the size of like my fist. The ships are that sort of scale.
Right.
But I've got bunchies in the loft, and I've realised they actually photograph really nicely. So I've been having lots of fun with those.
Good stuff.
In the garden.
That's
Yeah,
always-
did you see
always
the
fun.
picture I put up of that on the sandy
I
hill?
did actually. Yes, I did.
I bought like a sheet of like sandpaper sort. It's not really sandpaper, but it's like sand glued to a sheet.
Yeah.
And I just had it over the roof of like the Wendy house in the
Oh.
garden. and
I
it
was
looked
wondering.
amazing.
I was wondering how you did that actually. I was
And it
just
looked-
like,
it
he hasn't
looked
got any
great.
fucking sand. What's he doing?
Yeah, it looked great. It looked legit. Like
Yeah.
really happy. Really upping my game at the moment. The older photo taking.
No, well
But-
done.
I suppose the really big exciting news that day, though, was Gianni popped round yesterday to drop. So it basically came to clear out all the stuff I photographed already.
Yeah.
Just boxes around my house of Star Wars toys. He literally came and picked up like 7 boxes.
Oh wow.
So I've got
Jesus.
space again. But when he dropped off was literally the first copy of the book.
Yeah, you sent the.
I mean, it was all just. I'm really getting uncomfortable in this chair. I keep moving around. It was all just big ass sheets of paper, like hundreds of sheets of paper in a box.
Yeah.
But he's got like a folder to put them in. But I'm going to need like 6 of these folders to get the whole book into some sort of. There's
Yeah.
so much,
And they're big
so
pages
much.
as well. Like it's
Yeah,
not
the
like
book. I mean, the book won't be the size of these actual pages. These are
No.
just for me to kind of look through. But I showed you the actual like size of the book because I got that big ass, heavy ass book he gave me as well, which is like a pretend copy of the book.
Oh,
In the
yeah,
video
yeah,
I
yeah.
sent you, I'd throw it on the floor to show you how heavy it is.
I did, yeah. I remember
Like-
because you threw it on the floor, and I was just like, "That's not the best way to treat your first copy." But all right.
I mean, that's actually just a blank book. All
Yeah,
that
yeah,
is a
yeah.
It's just a blank book to show you the size with the dust cover on it.
It's like the sleeve of it and stuff. Yeah. No, mate, it
Yeah.
looks. It absolutely looks fantastic. And I was when you because when you sent like me and Ed a video of it. So yeah, no, you, me, and Ed and
Yeah.
Chris in our group chat, and you sort of open that first page, and like I know it's not like a crazy sort of like intro page, but it really fucking caught me. I was just like, ooh, that looks fucking nice, like
Because it
all
looks
the
like a real book.
Yeah, no, yeah, but just that first bit where it says like the title and all the lovely
Yeah.
font and everything, I was just like, oh, that looks
Yeah, yeah.
fucking sick. That real. I went back and like watched it again. And I was like, ooh,
Yeah,
it looks,
man.
yeah,
That-
it's really
that's
fucking
what
nice.
that's what gets me when I looked at it was that same page because it's like, oh, that's what books have.
Yeah,
Books
It
have
looked great.
that page. Johnny told me the name. It has a name. It's like you have one page and it will just say like Red 5 Designs, Ken, a toy guy, just in black, the font.
Mm-hmm.
Then the next page with the exact same logo, but it's in the gold with all pictures of the figures beneath it. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like-
yeah.
It's called a half something page. And this page,
like a half note or
I mean,
something.
No, he knows books. He knows he has a name.
He
I was
knows
like, oh, that's
books.
awesome. Like,
Whereas
that's really cool. It's like a real book.
Gianni's got book smart covered, so Greg's got street smart
graphic
covered.
designer. He knows what he's doing.
Greg brings his knowledge from the streets to the company, and
It's good though. It was exciting feeling to see.
yeah,
it.
no, it looks fantastic. It looks really, really great, and the
Especially-
all the index and everything. It's all really sort of laid out nice, and yeah.
Yeah, because we did it on like live stream, and I made a video sharing some new images from the book, just all through just May the 4th till now.
Little teasers.
Our social media is just being fucking bing, 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 like orders coming in, people like. Sometimes I forget about our YouTube, but we get so many comments on there. I go there and I'm like, oh my god, there's like 25 comments to answer.
I get overwhelmed by like one. And
Well, mate,
because it's
it
usually
is-
just
it-
some
it is a
cunt
lot.
saying promote this here. And it's like, fuck off.
It is a lot because it's like, right, because people, because I'll be like, Johnny, have you seen that question? He's like, where is it? I'm like, it's in Facebook inbox. And he's like, I don't see it. And I'm like, have you got Messenger on you? Like, it just becomes this whole thing. Like, because you're just like, there's so many places. And you're just right. So now you just got to be on it. Facebook, you get messages. You get DMs on Instagram,
Yeah.
DMs on Twitter. You get comments on YouTube. You get emails.
You can sort of
so
see,
you just got
like-
to be on all of it.
You can sort of see why people hire like social media managers now, can't you?
Which is what, yeah. But that's crazy because like being my previous job,
Yeah.
like I was obviously dealing with all that for multiple clients.
Yeah, absolutely. And doing it
which
well.
was, which was stressful.
Yeah, fucking right, mate.
And now I'm doing it for one. And I'm like, Jesus, it's not stressful. It's all fun. Because the good thing is, it's all been really positive stuff.
Yeah.
Like, in fact, I actually got pretty upset the other day that we had our first ever, only one ever thumbs down on a YouTube video. Like, and you know,
I got
all the rest
pretty
have like
upset.
hundreds of views and like loads of thumbs up, and like we've been having the most amazing comments all week. People have been like, "You guys are doing amazing work. Keep it up." Like, everyone's been really supportive, and there was one thumbs down. And I'm like awake at night, like, who the fuck hated it?
I love that.
Is it because I pronounced the word funny? Do I look weird in it? What was it like?
I love that. It's probably the same guy that also fucking did a fake Instagram account.
Fucking yeah, those
Talk
fuckers.
about that.
Yeah, so we did for May. That's another point I was going to say. For May the 4th, that's where I actually started the whole conversation about a giveaway. May the 4th, we ran a giveaway.
Yeah.
Got sidetracked for like 16 minutes. May the 4th, we did a giveaway on Instagram. The classic: follow us, share on your story, tag 3 friends, and there were 3 prizes to choose from. And they go really well because we usually have quite good prizes. Because Johnny's always like, "Oh, I found 4 figures I've got doubles of. Should we do a giveaway?" I'm like, "Fucking yes!" Like.
Fucking
So
right.
we're doing our giveaway, and everyone gets really excited about our prizes. So they do quite well. But then all of a sudden, I get a message from someone being like, "Oh, yo, is this you?" And then someone else messages me, "Is this you?" Screenshots of like Red 5, our logo, and the Instagram account was called Red 5 Designs
Collections.
_selections.
Was it selections?
And they selections, and they were trying to basically be like, "This is where you find out about the giveaway." And it was like, DM us to see what prize you've won. And they
Fucking
and
pricks.
like Lizzie's cousin messaged me being like, "Oh, you need to like people think it's you." She's like, "Your
Yeah.
brother's following it."
I did,
I'm
mate.
like,
I
"Gee."
clicked on it, and I was gonna try and DM them, but I couldn't fucking do it because I was just gonna write obscene, horrible things
Yeah.
to them, and then I just saw like fucking 4 people that we shared like friends with just like also followed it. I was just like, no.
No,
But,
yeah. So I messaged them all being like, report it and block it.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it was basically like getting people to like DM them, and then they asked like for your bank details for like to buy a VPN.
That's fucking.
Like-
that is fucking shady as
So
shit.
I started like getting everyone to report it. This isn't us. This isn't us. This isn't us. Report it, and quite quickly, it got taken down.
Yeah.
It was like no, it disappeared, and I was like, oh, great, it's gone. Excellent. I mean, I couldn't see it through Red 5 because they had blocked me and they obviously stole our name and logo, so I was
course.
doing it through the All Seeing Guys one.
Yeah.
And I tried to follow them so I could message them.
Yeah.
And as soon as I hit follow, that's when it I think they blocked me instantly. So I think they must somehow figured the algorithm or the bot somehow knew I was linked there. Maybe because I've got tagged Red 5 loads to that Instagram.
It's probably,
account as
mate.
well.
It probably blocks anyone that's following that fucking page.
Yeah. Then it disappeared, and I was like, all right, Johnny, don't worry, it's gone. Everyone rallied together and reported it, and it's gone now. The fake account is gone. You can rest easy. And then literally about 2 hours later, I got a message from Instagram saying, we've reinstated the account because it doesn't go against our community guidelines. You need to remember that different people express themselves in different ways, and you can't keep getting it. Basically, it was like I had the problem.
Fucking Instagram.
I've been offended by something. I was like, no. They've literally taken our name, our logo, and are trying to rip off our followers by asking for their bank details. They need to be shut. But you can't talk to anyone or get hold of anyone on these.
No, of course you can't. No,
that's
it's
a problem,
a
like
faceless organisation. There's no Could you tell me what the owner of Instagram looked like?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because he's owned by Facebook.
Oh, is that same guy?
Yeah, they bought it, so they own Facebook. Creator of WhatsApp.
Okay.
I could say yes, because I have seen interviews of him. But that was previously.
Well, I could have fucking tell you. I could tell you what like Tom from MySpace looked like because he had his fucking profile.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I could tell you what Mark Zuckerberg looks like because he was fucking in court and he looks like a worm in a wig.
He does look like a robot from Star Trek.
But yeah, there's this but certain things like Twitter and stuff like that where you have this sort of like, you know, this faceless voice. There's no one there like they're just being like, oh well, you know, this is freedom of speech, you know, America.
Yes, but definitely not on Instagram. So yeah, and it was back. So that was really shitty, but it blocked me on All Seeing Guys, so I couldn't even look at it. So I kept checking it through Lizzie's account.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't blocked her. And then this morning I woke up and she was like, oh, I got an update. I was scrolling through my Instagram and I saw the same message they sent previously, but the name had changed. So now they're saying, we've reinstated the account, Red 5 Selections. It now changed to Little Critters. And I was like, oh, Lizzie, give me your phone. And now someone else who I know, or like not know personally, but I know of this account, they make cool Little Critters. Same thing. Literally taken their logo and changed the name to Little Critters _ Selections. So I actually did message her to be like, yo, this account was doing this to us, blah, 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 told her the story. And she replied, oh, that's so scary. What do I do? I'm just get all your followers to keep blocking them.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you can do. It's just, and it just let them move on to the next one.
Hopefully, that's probably what happened. Instagram will shut it down eventually, or it just move on to rip off the next account.
Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, that was a stressful 12 hours.
It's an interesting insight into the world of social media as well.
Yeah, I mean, I've witnessed that happen before, but never really like directly to me, and it didn't go away as easy as it had gone away in the past. Usually it's like report gone. This time obviously it came back, and I was like, what do I do now?
Yeah, that's it. It's like, oh shit,
fucking it's come back. Jesus Christ. But you know, dealt with now. Like, well, not dealt with, but it's not really our problem anymore.
On to the next.
And yeah, that was also what I was doing today. I had to pick the winners of our giveaway. You just kind of go to a website and kind of put all the information in, and it like automatically raffles it. So I film them and then post it on the thingy. Our friend Grim won third prize, which I was just like, oh,
bronze medal, baby.
I didn't even know he'd entered. And the other two I didn't know. But yeah, it was good week actually, a good busy week.
Nice, good stuff.
I'm not sure if anything I just said the last 10 minutes made any sense. I feel like you didn't ask how my week was, and I just rambled for like.
No, I asked how you were.
15 minutes.
I asked how you were, and you unfolded the events of your week.
Yeah, in a really gibbery, timelined way.
Shut up. Just be proud of your work and deal with it.
Yeah, feeling a bit buzzed. It's good.
Excellent.
Feeling a bit.
Well, that's why we're here, Greg, on a Friday evening.
I'm also going to take my beanie off. It's really hot.
You do that, mate. You do what you want.
It is a Friday evening.
It's a Friday evening. We are back to Friday evenings, people.
Yeah, lovely, jubbly. Friday fucking evening.
Hello to all our listeners out there of previous conversation. Hello, Tree, Maron, and others.
And others.
Stuart,
how you doing?
That's the three. That's the three of them.
That's all three of you. I hope you're well. God, that'd be an awkward podcast meet up. Just like three people that have never met before.
Yeah.
we've never met them either. Just like,
oh mate,
thanks for listening to the show, guys. Here's some stickers.
Just returning.
We love you. Thank you.
Just returning to the subject of Star Wars, and whilst you were talking, I had a slight thought. Would you guys ever consider doing like a convention and just like having a stall there or something?
Yeah. If it hadn't been for COVID, we would have already.
I'd be fucking mate. I'm coming.
Yeah. If it hadn't been for COVID, we would have probably been at one already.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, 100%. I mean, we're hoping, like, probably not this year, but next year we'll be able to go to ones in America.
That'd be sick.
You know? I just want to go to Disneyland, man.
You want to go to Disneyland?
I just want to go to the theme parks. Like, I've never been. I wanted to go. And then now there's fucking Galaxy's Edge there. Like, even more reason. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe one day.
Yeah, your time will come.
Yeah. Why? Threatening me?
Yeah, I'm threatening you with a good time.
Should we move on into Geezedropping?
No, say it properly, you fucker.
Conversation.
No, you've ruined this completely. Say it properly.
Geezedropping. What have you word? Oh, wait. I'm sure Lewis won't mind me telling this story. Lewis messaged us this morning in the group. I'll make Lewis, and he's like, I walked into the kitchen and my brother was sat there having breakfast listening to a podcast. So I sat down and just started chatting to him. And after a while, he's like, "Oh, sorry, mate. They might ask me a question." And then, like, someone asked him a question, and Lewis was like, "Oh, I've been sat there talking shit for 5 minutes, and he's on a conference call, not a podcast. He's not listening to a podcast. He's on a conference call." And he summed up. He's like the perils of new working from home, I guess, like new age of working.
Fantastic.
But then that just spelled this whole like, "Oh, what podcast is it?" And then we started being just like, "Yes, thank you for." Giving us the updates on the Baxter account. Now, after this, we'll move on to Wankety Wank.
I can't see Wankety Wank as being a game that people would play in the office.
I know, it'd be a lot of fun.
I feel like that could be. It should absolutely become a party game. I feel like we should release it as a board game of some sort.
I feel like we should try it again.
Hell yeah! I don't know.
We kept saying we wouldn't be able to do it over this, but I feel like if we had it prepared, we could literally do it now. So I don't see why we couldn't try.
This is true.
Not now, but like another episode.
Yeah.
Maybe we would try it for the next one. But if everything was working like this, and we haven't got much of a delay, I feel we could easily do a Wankety Wank right now.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
So
not right now, but
no, not right now. But we'll give that. But I'm saying
I'm down for that.
we kind of felt we couldn't do it over Skype, but maybe we could.
I think it's possible.
It's like when we don't try, it doesn't happen, does it?
That's true. And you know what? All we can do is try.
Said the actress to the bishop. Right, now, where were we? Geezedropping!
Geezedropping. Having a listen.
Joe, you said you had a geeze drop.
I do, yeah. I got this at work the other day. It was fucking brilliant.
Oh, go on, son.
This old man just sort of walked into the shop, and it's like our shop's quite long, and I was
I don't know why I found that really funny.
I don't know, yeah, you threw me off a little bit. I was about halfway down in the shop, and this old geezer walked in, and one of my colleagues was right near the door, and all I heard him say was just go, "Hello, there's a squirrel outside with a sausage roll in its mouth." Now, I was too busy laughing.
Can I buy a sledgehammer, please?
Yeah. No, mate. Well, this is the thing. I was too busy laughing to even know if he came in and bought anything, or if he just came in to actually just tell us that.
Announcement.
Yeah, that was so that was quite funny.
Did you even know if he turned and just walked back out again?
Mate, I don't know if he came in to buy stuff or if he just came to share that news because he was so excited about seeing us. I started imagining it just like this little squirrel with a giant sausage roll in its mouth.
Yeah.
Oh,
fucking A.
Yeah, that was good.
I mean, I've seen squirrels with like donuts in its mouth before. Like,
I just feel like they haven't got the jaw for it.
Yeah, they got the power there. They got the strength. Right, I reckon. So I haven't got any, and I haven't any for ages because I've only really go here to the shop. We did go to Kingston the other day, and it wasn't really a nice experience.
Because you haven't done it in a while, is it? Like it's been a good year.
Yeah, and it was just people arguing everywhere. Like,
yeah.
But it also was, but I didn't really hear anything apart from people arguing. It wasn't really anything interesting. More just like, "Where's your fucking mask?" Like, so.
Oh god, I'm so sick of the fucking mask arguments.
It was just like, oh, okay, right. None of these Geezedrops are fun. But luckily, our roaming northern reporter, Geezedropper catcher Sam.
Holla, holla.
So, Sam sent us two. I'm gonna play one of Sam's, and I'm gonna do Stuart's. So, you ready?
All right.
It's the old. Hold it up to the old microphone.
A couple of Northern Geezedrops for you here.
Hold on!
You said micro my bollocks.
Good morning, chaps. Little Northern Geezedrop that I forgot to drop on you from this weekend. I was walking past one of the pubs in Huddersfield, which are now absolutely rammed, obviously because of the slight lift in the lockdown restrictions. And there was a bloke in there getting arrested. The police dragging him out, going, "Come on!" And this police officer goes, "Come on, mate. I think the drinks had the best of you." And this guy turned around without skipping a beat and said, "It's not the drink, it's my personality disorder."
It's good.
Oh, that is good. I like that.
It is good.
Oh, he's got a sense of humour about his alcoholism.
Yeah,
I
I
like
like that one. Yeah. He may be just down on his luck. He's drinking because he's a bit down, or maybe it is his personality disorder.
I
His
know,
personality disorder is that he's drunk.
Yeah, but then also feel like the pubs have only just opened, and it's very early to be acting that way after the pubs were opening.
I reckon
Very early on.
from the get-go.
He was just
People have got his table for 2 hours. I want to be on the floor in one.
He was fine the entire year. He was absolutely fine. Then the pubs reopened. Then he's fucked it all over again.
The old personality playing up again. Stuart sent us this. It's kind of a geese drop.
Yeah. Did you ever did
Sort of.
Sam send two of them? Did you say?
Yeah, I'm going to play the one afterwards. Our end of that. You got to mix it up a bit of variety, Joe. You know,
true,
got to
you
be
gotta-
fresh and entertaining.
Like
Ish.
pick a mix.
Yes, like a pick and mix. As usual, this is from Stuart. As usual, despite the Skype problems, another enjoyable episode. He does. I read that as in like we have, as the usual Skype problems. He was actually saying a really fun episode despite the Skype problems.
Thank you very much, Stuart.
Thank you. Right. When Russia was mentioned for some unknown reason, I thought of something I overheard back in 2009.
You're an
Which I love.
archive. You're an
I love
archive
that.
of geese drops.
Archive job. Like in like Raiders of the Lost Ark walking through the warehouse trying to find this is the one I remember.
Or when they just opens the ark and it's just geese drops flying out until your
Geese
face
drops.
melts off.
I surprised my partner Cheryl with a weekend away in Paris, you old romantic you. So he
that is a
boarded the
glorious
Eurostar.
thought.
Once in the tunnel, I was somewhat disappointed that I didn't see any fish, octopuses, or whales. As the light at the end of the tunnel became France, a young child opposite us said to her parents, "Oh, the grass is green. The grass is green, just like in England." Not quite sure what colour grass they were expected to see. The next day, we noticed the family was staying in the same hotel as us. And when in Paris, despite being in my late 30s at the time, we still had to go to Euro Disney's. The parents had obviously decided to surprise their young daughter and was amongst the screams of delight as the child had realised where she was going and said to her parents, "I can't wait to sniff Mickey Mouse." It's hard reading them because this pop filter in front of my mic like blocks my phone, so I can't. I'm trying to read it, but I try not to move away from the mic. It's really hard to read with this filter in front of me.
How did we get from commenting on Russia to that? I don't know how we got there, but I'm glad we got there. Because now, now there is just in my mind there is now just a kink which is Mickey Mouse sniffing.
Oh, that definitely exists. I'm really sure. You actually made me jump there.
I saw it in your face.
Yeah, you lunged at the camera. I was like, "Oh, Jesus Christ!" And I'm
Yeah, because in my mind, I'm a little box. You can't see me.
Yeah, I was just taking a sip of my drink, and it was honestly just like you were about to go, "No!" Like I was like, "Oh God, I pissed in that glass."
Weeks ago.
Over Skype.
Over Skype.
Right. One more from Sam.
Lovely.
I often think back to when I was at school and I sort of think to myself, did I really say things that dumb? And you know what, I probably did, but at the time I didn't have the opportunity to record them or write them down. But now I do. So from the benevolent mind that brought you Northern Geezedrops, Sam Eastwood now presents the dumbass things that kids say. And today I've got 3 for you. I may have more in the future, but there's the 3 for now. Number 1, girl 1. I slapped him. I just slapped him so hard. Girl number 2. Well, I knew I should have brought my knife to school. I knew I should have brought my knife. You know, I'm that kind of friend. If you need me to help you bury a body, I will do.
Wow.
What is
Number
that?
2.
Primary school.
So we've been doing loads and loads of work in geography about LA in Los Angeles, and a lot of the TikTokers I follow are from LA, so I kind of feel like I know it all already.
Probably does.
And number 3, from when I was walking down the road with my little boy into town, and a group of girls passed me, must have been about 13 or 14, and one of them said to the other 2, "Oh my God, I love a single dad."
Oh, Jesus
First of all, I'm
Christ.
not single. Second of all, you're 14.
Yeah.
In a grip. You don't want the responsibility of a child.
You are a child. Oh, they were fantastic.
Thank you, Sam.
Oh,
Thank you, Sam.
I saw actually that really comes into mind because I saw a great meme today, which I think was just like screenshots from Gogglebox, and there's a sort of middle-aged couple on there, and the guy is just sort of saying, "Isn't it such a shame that people take so long to realise that they're such a twat?" And it was just based about like teenagers.
I hear that. Oh, I burped as I said that.
Oh,
I wasn't
dear.
crying.
I don't. Yeah,
Probably
no
sounded
kids.
like I was-
the great thing about kids and geezedropping is like they don't have a volume limit. Like they are just like they don't think about the things they're saying can be heard by other people.
Yeah.
Like, and that's brilliant. That is the beauty of Geezedrops.
Yeah, I kind of remember as a kid being less caring about people around me and what I was heard saying.
Yeah, absolutely.
I remember, God, this is terrible. And I didn't know it was racist at the time. I swear to God, I didn't know it was racist. I didn't really understand what it meant. But I remember I kept seeing people in the playground doing. Do you remember the old when you like pull your eyes back to be like?
Yeah.
What was it?
Yeah.
My mum. What was it? My mum's Japanese. My dad's Chinese.
Yeah.
And the up and for one, down for the other.
Yeah.
And what am I? And you did them both differently. I remember doing that to a kid on the coach, and I was trying to do it to impress one of the kids' mums. For some reason, I thought she would find it really funny because people do it in the playground. So I was doing
She was
it
a
to
renowned
someone,
racist.
and I said it about 3 or 4. Well, I didn't know it was racist. I didn't even know what it meant.
Nah.
I didn't quite understand the purpose of it. I don't remember where the school trip was. I just remember I was on a coach. I remember doing it. I remember thinking to the mum, like, she's going to think this is really cool. Like, because everyone seems to laugh in the playground at it. And I did that 3 times to this kid waiting for this mum to comment. And I remember when I went, "What am I?" She leaned over and went, "You're an idiot, is what you are." And I remember I was like, like sat down in my seat, like stared out the window.
Fucking hell.
The bus ride.
Damn, man.
And then I got home and asked my parents why I was an idiot.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Oh no, you shouldn't be doing that."
It's like, yeah, no, you are an idiot. She is absolutely spot on 100%.
Oh, I was an idiot.
Yeah.
Right, I understand now. Okay.
I'll go back and correct this tomorrow.
I didn't understand. Now
Yeah.
I do.
I think it's not on the level of sort of twat. It's just possibly one of the stupidest things I've said throughout my 37-year career. And it was so I used to have guitar lessons when I was about 13 years old. This is so embarrassing that this happened when I was 13 years old. My guitar lesson, my teacher, she was a music teacher at a school, and then she'd come and give me guitar lessons on like a Monday. So have the lesson, and my mum comes in to just like pay her for the lesson, and she's just like, "Oh, I won't be able to do a lesson in a few weeks' time because I'm going to Vietnam." And my mum's like, "Oh, that's very lovely," blah, 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 blah. And I just I say, just to cut the conversation clean in half, I just go, "Whereabouts in America is that?" I was 13 years old and I didn't know where Vietnam was. Oh, damn. Yeah, that haunts me. That absolutely haunts
Does
my
it?
life.
That's
Yeah.
not that bad.
It was pretty stupid, Greg, in all honesty.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a lot of kids older than 13 that still don't know. They wouldn't know where it is now if you asked them.
Do you reckon?
I mean, it's the sad truth.
Yeah.
There's literally YouTube videos of people go around being like, "Do you know where this place is in America?" And they're like, "What? No." Like, "Ooh." Like,
Or like, no, I've seen one of it. It's just like, they just like name 5 countries in Europe, and they're just like, "What? I thought Europe was the country."
yeah, yeah.
It's like, fucking Jesus.
Are you part of Europe? What? No.
Yeah.
No, I voted to leave. Actually, So fuck yourself. I have a random story that cropped up today, and to be honest with you, I've not actually read it. I've definitely glanced the headline and was like, oh, maybe I'll investigate that and see if it's worth doing on the podcast, and then didn't get round to it, and now we're doing it.
Now we're here.
And now we're here, so let's see it. Far be it from us to tell you not to read our stories, but don't read this. It's disgusting. Okay. People are eating raw, rotting meat, claiming that it makes them high.
You wanted to research this?
As per the dark corners of the internet, high meat eaters report feelings of euphoria after consuming meat that has been left to rot for months or even years.
Ugh.
Speaking to Vice, YouTuber Cassium Chris says she wouldn't describe the meat as rotten, but as fermented. In the biggest PR spin we've ever seen.
Biggest PR spin.
She said after trying it, because she believed it was good for the gut, she felt elated. The first time I felt elated in a matter of moments. I also experienced minor perceptual changes. Colours, music and sounds seemed somehow richer. The second time, after having my first bite, I felt jovial. Meanwhile, in a video, YouTuber Savridge eats 1.5-year-old chicken. He does assure viewers the chicken is corn-fed though, so of course that isn't revolting, but he admits that it's quite spicy. Unsurprisingly, experts are given advice which basically boils down to, don't do this.
Yeah.
Letting spoiled meat or rot is completely an uncontrolled process, so you don't know what kind of bacteria could be growing on the meat. That's true, you could get very sick.
It's the best description there is spoiled. That is the exact description of what that meat is. It's fucking spoiled. It is done. You ain't getting any sustenance out of that. It's fucking disgusting.
Who's this tweet? Someone's. A friend convinced me to eat raw rotten meat yesterday, and it actually felt great. Very interesting, since everyone else thinks it's crazy.
These people are full of shit. They want to. They are those people that can't handle.
God, there's a picture of the meat. It doesn't even look that bad because I know it's. I can just imagine it's. Ugh, Jesus.
These are the same people that have like that. They have issues with just being like such a minute speck in the world. That they have to fucking stand out, and this is their way of doing it. And I hope they fucking die of salmonella.
Someone on Reddit ate old shellfish. They said
the taste fucking brutal.
They said the taste is addicting. But coincided with, during the procedure, high meat can start to really smell like a funky fart.
Oh, these fucking desperate people.
Funky fart.
Ugh.
How'd you like your steak? Like a funky fart, please.
Okay, well, come back in an hour and a half and we'll have it ready for you. Come back in a year and a half and we'll have that food.
Somebody just guffing over your steak.
They serve it, they bring it to you, and then just go right in front of you.
Like 8 members of staff just come over and like get their arseholes over your steak and just fart loads. Maybe there's like a Bunsen burner in the middle. They try and light it with their farts.
You know, like or like in like an Italian restaurant where they come over and just like Parmesan. They just come over and just be like, arse.
Have you ever lit your own farts?
I do remember trying once, yeah. I remember discovering at a sleepover that if I got into a particular position, I could also suck wind into my arse and then fart it out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I have done.
Weren't ready for that information, were you?
Well, in my life, I have once done a reverse fart. I did it on where was it? Carnaby Street.
I love that. It's like, I was at Carnaby Street.
Yeah, I was working in the Tommy Hilfiger. I remember I rang Lizzie to tell her. It was weird. It was so weird. I was just walking and I just felt it kind of go out and then like swirl back in, and I wasn't ready. It was like, ooh.
Oh, you did what did you do? Like a fucking Irish waterfall out of your arse?
It felt like it kind of came out, but then obviously was like, no, I don't like this, and I swirled it back up.
Not like this.
Whoa, no.
It's like
It's like Helen Hunt in Twister when she's like tied to like the fucking rod in that fucking shed, and they're trying not to get sucked into the hurricane or whatever it is, the tornado. That is your fart. It's like, no, I won't.
Man. So you've tried to like one of your farts.
Yeah, I think at some point.
I remember an ex-girlfriend did it. And I've only got into the subject of this because we're talking about the phrase funky farts and farting onto meat.
That's the title. That's the fucking episode title.
Farting on meat.
No, funky farts and funky farts and farting on meat.
That's a mouthful.
Yeah, I don't think I can get away with drawing that as well.
Funky farts good. Farting to cook steak.
Okay, can we do funky farts so I can draw a bunch of farts in a funk band?
Yeah, of course you can.
Like Earth, Wind and Fire.
Yeah, I like funky fart. It'd be good. Yeah, an ex-girlfriend tried to do it once. Well, she did do it. And we were like, oh, it won't work. And it was like, I was like, Jesus Christ. Like, it was literally, it did shoot up.
Yeah. No, I've heard people say that.
Like, probably like a comedy show.
Yeah, absolutely.
We both freaked out. It was like, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, because all the fucking,
she had
it all
horrendous
goes like,
parts, though.
If you're a bloke as well, I mean, don't do it naked because you will singe your balls.
Yeah, man.
But I've seen it, and like the flame sort of travels up the taint.
Yeah.
Towards your penis, like the fart does, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, farting on your balls. That's one of the worst things.
Because
then you just feel like if you're just sat in a particular...
Put some wind in your sails.
If you're just sat in a particular position, that means that the fart, instead of going like out behind, goes forward. And you're just like, and you're just like, oh, that's my fucking... Ugh. And they just feel like a bit more like damper than usual.
Man, I did one of the newsagent the other day when I was at the counter. And it was a little quiet one, and I was like, I'll be fine. And within seconds, I was just like, oh my God. And he might have a mask and perspex glass in front of us, or plastic, but he can smell it. I can tell we can.
The eyes he gave you.
He can smell it.
It's like,
yeah.
you dirty
and there's
bastard.
no one else in here.
Nah.
And I still did the whole look behind me, being like, please let someone be there. I was like, damn it, this is definitely me. It's happened.
There's a guy at work because we got like the tills obviously all sort of sectioned off. So we sort of stood behind there, and he farted, and I was like, I was closer to like the end of where the wall was, so I had to basically walk through his fucking guff. I was just like, and he keeps doing it to me, so he's just like, he'll just be like, you're right, and then just go, I was like, oh, you fucking bastard! And it's like, even with the mask on, man, as you said, even with the mask on, there's the like,
especially, he kind of gets in there.
Yeah, it really holds it in, doesn't it?
Yeah, it gets in there, man. Like, it's fucking horrendous.
Oh
yeah, man. It's not good. Let's not do an episode about our worst farts.
No, let's not do that. That's not.
I tell you what, that would be a hell of a fucking episode.
It'd be a long one.
It would be a long one. Did you see the guy?
I remember back in 2009
farting in Russia, and the little girl went, "Oh, it sniffs smells like naked." As always, this morning, who gave us such greats as Amphius Realm, our ghost woman, she was on this morning, weren't she?
Yeah.
Did you see Prince Charles' secret son was on this morning recently?
For fuck's sake, what?
It was pretty good. Simon Childs Dorante, got a long ass name. Simon Childs Dorante Day, 55, appeared on This Morning from Brisbane to speak about his belief that he is the child of the royal couple. But Philip Schofield, he weren't buying it.
I don't think anyone's buying it.
A man claiming to be Prince Charles and Camilla's secret son has said that he believes his eyes and teeth were altered as part of a major cover-up.
God.
Now, I like that. That's the only reason I decided to talk about the stories. I like that little interesting twist you threw in there. I liked it a lot.
My ears and teeth, although look absolutely nothing like that of Prince Charles, I can assure you they have been doctored.
Simon Charles Dante Day, 55 again.
When you're 55 again?
No, I was just No, I wasn't rereading the same thing. Oh, it's in there twice. That's weird. Appeared on This Morning to speak about his belief that he is the child of the royal couple. Speaking to Holly Willoughby and Philip Schofield, Simon claims that he is adopted that his adopted grandparents working in the royal household at the time when he was born in 1966. He said that he recalls his adopted mum and nan speaking about him when he was a child, saying that the visitations needed to stop. I was walking to my nan's house when I was about 5 or 6, and I heard nan say to mum, well, the visitations have to stop. He's going to remember them. I walked in the door and said, remember what? And of course, copped a mouthful for talking out of turn. Yeah, well, damn fucking straight.
Yeah.
So fucking
What was that? What did they say? Was that 1966?
Yep.
And
don't worry. This gets brought up. I can remember being taken to a house up in Portsdown Hill. The houses at the time were only rented by Ministry of Defence. There were only naval officers in Portsmouth bases. I was taken to one of those houses and my parents waited outside. I went inside and I can remember a lady sitting on a sofa who in my mind was about Camilla at the time. There was a grandfather clock to my right. I was playing on a coffee table with some toys, and there was a gentleman dressed in a naval uniform to the right of me, in front of the grandfather clock. And I quite clearly remember him saying, "Well, where be ... ed now?" What is that? Battered, buggered. Well, we're buggered now. Don't know how to figure out what the swear word was then.
That's a great game.
Simon also says he believes that the royals were so intent on keeping him a secret that he might be recognised by his appearance that his teeth and eyes changed. I don't think that they had any choice but to do that, he said. But it was because of the gossip in Portsmouth around the time. In those times, blue and blue made blue. Unlike now, where blue and blue makes red. And there was never any question about it. So, my oncologist will tell you that one of my lenses is perfectly round and one of them is oval shaped like a football. A rugby football. So this is why I have a vision problem. Philip interjected, pointing out that it was an extraordinary claim and that the royals had tampered with his eyes when he was 8 years old. They went on to cast doubt on Simon's claims, with Phil saying that Simon had been conceived in 1965, but Charles and Camilla hadn't met till 1970.
I was going to say. Also, like, Charles would have been, like, what? 17? He was born in, like, I checked it. He's born in 1948.
It's funny.
Oh,
yeah, the guy hasn't really
fuck,
figured it
man?
out before. He hasn't looked into dates and stuff before running into this.
This is like the and to just to fuck
Makes
off.
me what it must have had some like something to the story, not belief, but some sort of the reason. Why is he on This Morning from Australia?
I don't
Did someone
fucking
email
know.
in? Did they see it on another news show? Like what?
I feel
How
like
does he end up being a guest on This Morning?
I don't know.
I feel like I've done more stuff in my life to validate being a guest on This Morning over someone pretending to be the son of Camilla and Charles.
That's too well, Greg. With with such shareable information that you've put on Facebook, such as your COVID work and also your Star Wars stuff. I feel like you're.
Was that a dig when you started putting it on Facebook?
No. It was more about people sharing it.
Right. Okay.
I'm not going to throw any punches, Greg, but just some little jabs here and there. Yeah, I'd pay to see you. I'm not paying, but it's just a figure of speech.
I'm taking you to This Morning, Greg. Get your coat on.
That'd be great. They can maybe we can stand on that inflatable island of theirs or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, and do the weather. That'd be awesome.
That's the only reason I want to go on. I feel like they should
That'd be
allow
awesome.
people. Hi, can I come on and do the weather, please?
Yeah,
I
great.
feel like that should be an option.
Yeah, we can both do the weather. Yeah,
That'd be great.
For that. Yeah, I'm bringing my mate. Oh no! Sorry,
Whoa.
Okay.
Well, that's ridiculous
All right.
because I saw Alison Hammond on there and she's
Yeah,
a large
she knocked
woman.
a guy off
She
it,
is
so-
a large, lovely woman, but she also had 2 blokes on there. So don't tell me we are fucking
Yeah.
not hitting that weight limit.
Getting on there. Now,
We'll just swim onto it.
I don't watch. Was it Line of Duty? Call of Duty?
Call of Duty.
What's it called?
I don't
Call
watch-
of Duty is the game, right?
Yes,
Line
it
of
is.
Duty.
Yeah, no, I have not watched it, but I'm aware of its popularity.
Yeah, so obviously a lot of people apparently were very disappointed by the finale is what I'd been seeing.
Good.
So a lot of people were upset by the finale. a lot of people comparing it to Game of Thrones finale in terms of being let down,
But the exact they did it,
which I think is a bit unfair to like compare a BBC show to a HBO massive. I know they're talking about the story, but
at the
still.
same time, they did exactly the same thing that they did with Game of Thrones, and they spent like an entire month. As soon as they were halfway through that season, they went into absolute hype mode, and it was fucking everywhere. There was memes. It was. I bought the newspaper, and it was in the fucking newspaper every day.
It's everywhere.
They hyped it
Everyone
up.
talks about it every week. I always knew it was on because people on Facebook were telling me it was on.
They hyped it up to the point that all they could do was be disappointed.
Yeah.
Everyone was going to be. Doesn't matter what they would have done with it. Everyone was still going to be like, that was shit.
Yeah.
Because
So, but everyone
they
seemed to love the last few series, but yeah, everyone got upset.
But like with something like that as well, where they're revealing like a mystery character, and everyone's already got their fucking conspiracy theories in their head, and when their conspiracy theory isn't the fucking situation or what doesn't actually turn out to be the case, they're all fucking pissed off about it. Yeah. So they can't now say like, "Oh, I told you all along. I've been telling you since season 2." You fucking maniac.
Well, that's like they've had loads of seasons, haven't they, Lana?
Six seasons.
Like. But yeah, I remember like the last season was on, it was the same, but everyone loved the end, apparently. But anyway, people were upset and people were bitching and whining on Twitter, and then somebody came forward to remind us of a really terrible show finale, which I don't remember at all. And I actually was going to make a point of looking at it on YouTube before recording today, but did not get a chance.
Okay.
Do you remember this? How Byker Grove ended?
How it ended.
Byker Grove. Do you remember how Byker
I remember
Grove
Byker Grove.
ended? For those in America, for those who don't know, Byker Grove was like a kid's sort of soapy drama show, but you can't watch it after school. But it was based in like a school. Byker Grove.
It was like a youth club for kids.
Had Ant and Dec
in Newcastle.
Yeah, Ant and Dec, BJ and Duncan.
Yeah, there was a few other. I think there's been a few other famous people that have been.
Loads of famous people came from in Byker Grove. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's.
I remember Ant and Dec when they got Ant was it?
Got shot in the face.
With the paintball, didn't he?
Yeah,
he got blind, didn't he?
That was a big.
Yeah,
that was a big moment.
storyline.
That was a big
he got
turning
shot in the
moment.
face with a paint and he lost his sight.
He did.
So Twitter came forward.
That's so fucking weird because again, I don't have to bring this up for like whatever amount of weeks, but that like there's been memes in the Father Ted Facebook group recently of that fucking moment. Loads of PJ and Duncan fucking memes being made.
You shared a Father Ted meme. I think the day or two after the last episode came out. I think it was Pete commented being, the elusive Father Ted meme.
It's so good. Oh, I love it.
So, this is the tweet that kind of sparked the conversation. Anyone complaining about the Line of Duty finale should remember that after 18 years, Byker Grove ended with all the characters becoming aware they were in a TV show and with no free will of their own, fending off a T-Rex attack and ultimately being blasted into the void of nothingness.
That didn't happen. Did that happen?
Well, apparently.
That's bullshit.
So this is an old post from December 2000. Someone posted this because everyone was like, that's bullshit. Someone posted the screenshot from a comment in 2006. And the post was, caught this by complete accident. The last episode airing hidden away on the BBC channel, and quite an original ending too. The residents of Grove discover that they don't exist and are just figments of someone's imagination. Every trauma they've ever been through has been decided by a mysterious controlling force known as the Writers. But now they want to end the story. The Grove is being sold off and parts are disappearing as the end approaches, but the writers offer the characters a chance to write their own endings. In the end, most of the characters write a future of fame and fortune. Stumpy is digging around in the grounds looking for an old time capsule to remember the place when he accidentally discovers a gold bullion hidden in the grounds by a notorious criminal and used it to outbid the developers and buy the Grove themselves. While a lot of ex-members return to protest Save the Grove, didn't spot Ant and Dec though, however, they are too late. Break the news to the gruesome twosome who decided to end the story by blowing the Grove up. But just as they set off the dynamite, the characters disappear and the story is over. The ending was that spoiler 2 posts above. Yeah, so that's pretty much how it ends.
That is fucking. Mate, I kind of want to watch that now.
Me too.
I really want to watch that.
Me too. Like, I was meant to watch it before we recorded, but I didn't get a chance. But like, Jesus Christ, man, that sounds like... I knew, like... I remember, was it... Not Emmerdale... Crossroads? What was that? Was it Crossroads the soap? And it ended with it all being like a daydream.
Oh, they went like the Dallas route, didn't they?
They filmed it in a Summerfield, I remember. It was a big thing. Like, and it just kind of cuts to a woman checkout, and the entire series had just been like a daydream of a checkout, like years.
Yeah,
of
like, that's not a daydream.
It's like extending over the dream, a daydream.
It's a coma dream. What are you fucking talking about?
She was sat at a bloody checkout scanning stuff, and then she's like, oh, and that's it. And she snaps out of and that's it. And she's like, it's insane. Like, it's like EastEnders. It ended with just like, you know, me just being like, oh Jesus, I blacked out for a second while I was taking a swig of my beer in this pub, and I just imagined 37 years of soap.
I think I have potentially found the last episode of Byker Grove.
Oh, I think it's on there. I think I had a quick look.
It's like episode 17, series 17.
Yeah, I think it was 17
dear
years
Lord.
of the show.
Fucking hell. What a nightmare. PJ and Duncan. Oh my god, there is... What is this?
Is it the last episode?
No, it's... PJ and Duncan came back when Jeff died. When Jeff died and they got like the new guy in to be the caretaker or whatever.
Right, so that wasn't the last one. I forgot this.
There's a scene of them at his funeral, but he's Men in Black fucking glasses on to be still blind. Or obviously you're not coming back from getting shot in the eyes with paintballs. But oh man, Byker Grove, that had some standout moments.
Yeah.
That was my first.
Grove.
I remember there was an episode where it was all about alcohol. Some kids had like snuck in some alcohol, and some of the younger kids got to it.
Yeah.
That was a bad one. That was good.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember going to the.
There used to be. There was.
Well, yeah, there is. I'm literally just watching a clip of the last episode of Byker Grove, and it's a massive T-Rex walking through, and there was a zombie as well.
Are you fucking joking me?
Nope, there was a big T-Rex, and now there's a really shitty zombie. Jesus, not the zombies. It's just like a guy in a wet Mac. Oh my god!
Jesus,
blackface.
Christ.
Jesus. Wow, this is mummies. There's mummies now. It looks like
this is.
And yeah, it's a little clip, but there was literally a T-Rex walking through the grove.
That is so
bizarre.
Weird. That is so fucking weird.
That is weird.
What a strange way. Like, who thinks that's such a good idea? Who thinks that is a good idea to do that?
I did pull a list to kind of go over the worst ending of TV shows, but every list I looked at was just really shit, and it was all like new shows. And the thing is, there's so many shows, that half of them I just haven't watched. Like, I wanted shows like ones that I remembered from a kid, but no, instead it was like just fucking, I thought I wanted all the old shows, but no, like Breaking Bad. And I was like, oh, okay. Then shows I haven't seen.
Breaking Bad wasn't a terrible ending.
I didn't think so.
I thought it was a great ending.
Line of Duty's number 16. True Blood, didn't see.
Yeah,
X-Files.
but has Line of Duty actually ended? Because they haven't confirmed that.
I know. X-Files, yeah, but that's had loads of endings.
Yeah.
Desperate Housewives didn't have a really weird ending.
Didn't they all get bombed or something?
Yeah, she kills someone or something. I don't know. It was, I don't know. Sherlock, Twin Peaks, the new one, Gossip Girl, Little House on the Prairie,
Gossip Girl,
Lost.
Yeah, Lost.
Roseanne. I mean, Roseanne's had a comeback since it ended.
The entire before the massive comeback, the entire last season where they're all win the lottery and stuff is so fucking weird. It's such a weird fucking thing. Just they all of a sudden have $100 million, and it's just what if this happened? Or just if this is going to happen, do that from series 1.
But then that all turns out not to be what happened, because they brought it back, didn't they?
Yeah.
They weren't millionaires, and they were both still alive and lived in the house, and it was all fine. And then Roseanne got fired for saying something she shouldn't have, or apparently, or tweeting something. And then they carried on without her and did the Connors instead. And then she died, and they carried on. They were like, oh, she died.
Yeah.
They carried on.
She died.
Crazy.
She died.
How I Met Your Mother was there for the terrible. Dexter was a terrible fucking ending, and that's coming back. They're doing a mini.
They're doing
series.
they're doing like an EP, aren't they?
Good, because I actually, and I've never done this for any other show. Where how many series of Dexter was there?
Was it
there?
10 or 8?
Nah, it wasn't.
No,
No,
it was
wasn't that
6
many.
because I think this is going to be the 7th.
I don't even think it's a full series either. Dexter cast 8 seasons.
Ah.
I didn't realise it was that much either.
Nah.
Jesus. But I watched all those, and some were better than others, but I enjoyed it overall as a show. I watched all of Dexter, and I actually bailed out at the last. I knew it was they'd been announced it, the last series, see how it ends. And I was really excited. I think I watched like 3 or 4 episodes, and just think after watching 7 seasons
Yeah.
and liking it, it's going to take a lot for you not to watch the last season. I literally was like, this is so shit, I can't watch it. And I was out. I even asked Lee how it ended. And I think later on I did watch the last episode, and it was so shit.
Yeah.
It was so, the whole series was so, the last series was so poor. So I actually quite like they're going to do another one. As long as, I mean, nothing really happened. He got away. Spoilers. So nothing's to stop him to carry on killing people wherever he goes to live.
That's it.
Like, Jesus. Like,
What about how Frasier ended?
how did Frasier end? Frasier's not on it. Dexter, Seinfeld,
Frasier,
and
doesn't
then
it end
Game
with
of
him
Thrones
just,
is number 1.
Doesn't it? Oh, interesting. Well, doesn't Frasier just end with him flying back to like Boston or something?
Oh, do you know what? I don't actually remember how
Really?
Frasier ends. And I've seen it, because I've seen them all countless
Yeah,
bloody
yeah.
times. But I don't remember the last
I
episode,
swear,
really.
I swear it's like him on a plane, and he's like this. It's like he's having a chat or something, and he's going to go and be with the woman he loves for whatever, like the woman of that season, because it seemed like there was one every fucking season.
Because he almost got back with the old love interest from Cheers as well, didn't he?
Oh, what, Lilith?
No, the other one.
Oh, Diane?
How did Frasier end? Right.
He
Frasier
woke up and it was
finishes
all
his-
a dream, and he was still in
Here we
Boston,
go.
and he walked right into Cheers, and Sam was there, and it was glorious.
Frasier finishes his story just as the plane lands, giving viewers a surprise. Frasier was landing in Chicago, where Charlotte had moved, and not to San Francisco. He says, "Wish me luck" to Anne before heading down the aisle as the screen fades to black.
Hey baby, I hear the blues are calling, tossed salads and scrambled eggs.
But isn't that also getting a little revival as well? I remember that they announced that ages ago.
Wasn't it something like Daphne's not doing it because she's in something else? Isn't that what?
Yeah, well, that was never really confirmed. Like, she said she wasn't going to leave the show she was in. Doesn't mean
Yeah.
she can't do Frasier as well. Is there a new Frasier? Weird way to ask. Kelsey Grammer has confirmed he will reprise his role as the snobbish radio show host Frasier for a revival of the award-winning 90s TV show. The new series will focus on the next chapter in the continuing journey of Frasier Crane. And that was literally only a couple of months ago.
In that scenario, they only need him
Yeah.
because Marty's dead. He's
Died.
passed away.
Yeah.
Eddie the dog's probably died.
Yeah, and there was 2 Eddies. They're probably both dead. Yeah.
Yeah, probably both dead. But I mean, Niles could do a
Niles,
cameo.
I think I read he was going to be in it. I don't know whether it'd be. Probably will be a slightly reduced role.
Probably like a Skype like situation. He'll just be.
I mean, they all have age, but he looks a lot older now.
Yeah, but he's got a bony face.
Yeah, he has got a bony face, hasn't he? Mm-hmm. I love that when Family Guy came out, everyone thought he was Stewie Griffin. Like,
Oh,
I thought
yeah!
he was Stewie Griffin. Like, it was like, it's the guy from Frasier, Stewie Griffin.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I remember hearing that.
Yeah, but he also plays the sea creature guy in the first Hellboy, Abe Sapien.
Does
He voices him. Doesn't play him, he voices him.
And
not in the second one, though. But in the first one, he does, not the second one.
I always like how they in The Simpsons they made Sideshow Bob's brother.
Oh,
Niles.
yeah.
I love
Really
that.
good.
I love that little that little segment of him. Yeah, him being his brother is fucking fantastic.
Yeah, that's really good.
And coveralls that don't quite cover all.
That was good. That was good delivery, Jackson.
Thank you very much, sir.
Man. Again, because I would always watch Cheers and Frasier in the morning. I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
When I was furloughed, man, or like just after or if I was like, get a reserve day when I was doing the COVID testing job, it would just be like, yes, I'm having my coffee, my toast, I'm sitting down and I'm watching fucking Everybody Loves Raymond, Cheers, Everybody Loves Raymond, Frasier.
Yeah.
It was fucking awesome. And then if I timed it right, I could catch a bit of the bill as well.
Because
I haven't done that. I haven't done that for ages.
Nah, I mean, I don't.
Because I'm working. That's what I mean. But I'm up and I can't sit downstairs watching TV for like 4 hours to 11 o'clock.
I'm even on my days off. I'm never up that early to fucking watch that. So like, I do remember from like, when I was going to school. I always remember in the morning, downstairs. 8 o'clock, having some cereal, big breakfast, and like you watch as much as the big breakfast as physically possible.
Yeah.
Until, but like, unless like, obviously, if there was like a day where you like call in sick, there's that crossover time from where. Oh, very nice. Nice. Showing off your.
I've got a lot of toys.
Greg's showing me his orb.
I've got a lot of toys. That's the downside of being upstairs to record this part. I've got so many toys on my desk. Sorry, Joe. Carry on.
No, but there was
Big
like
breakfast.
So obviously, like watching the Big Breakfast, there's always got to be like up to a point where you've got to leave to go to school. And you don't see any more of the Big Breakfast after that. But unless you have a sick day and then you stay in and you watch the Big Breakfast and you're just like, oh, I've never seen that. You're like, I didn't realise Paula Yates was on it for like the longest time. When she used to do interviews
she was on the bed, weren't she?
Yeah, she was on the bed. I never realised she existed until like I had a sick day and she was just like, that's okay, she does that. That's interesting.
I remember somebody asked her about it might have been Geldof, asked her about someone, and she's like, "Oh yeah, I married him twice." I remember as a kid being, "You married him twice? Wow! What?" It really blew my mind.
Was it Michael Hutchinson?
Yeah, well, I think it was Michael Hutchinson. Yeah, really blew my mind.
Damn.
Yeah, good old fucking. I used to love watching a Big Breakfast when me and Rob went to go see Green Day playing Virgin Megastore.
Yeah,
we were kids, man. I was like, we got picked up. I think a cab picked us up like quite late, took us back to his house, and we slept there. And his mum let us like have the morning off school because we got back so late, which is amazing. So we got to watch Big Breakfast.
Sick.
And Green Day were on it, and we had just seen them the night before. And I remember it was like, literally remember what's his name, Johnny Vaughan, being just being like, they're here, they've had 2 hours sleep, it's Green Day. And they were like, wow, I was up on the sofa.
Yeah.
And they were really funny. I remember Denise Van Alten bent over and Billy Joe was like, that is an exceptional fanny. And then Johnny Vaughan's like, oh, fanny means something different here. It means something round the corner. And I didn't really get that at the time, but now I find it funny. It's so weird, that joke stuck with me because I didn't really understand what it stood at the time, but as I've got older, I've replayed that in my head. And I'm like, oh, that's pretty funny.
I definitely remember like Johnny and Denise was like the ultimate combo.
Especially for you, when they covered that song, didn't they?
God, they did, yeah. I always remember, you know what? After she left, and he went for a few replacements. He had like Kelly Brook for a bit.
Kelly Brook.
And then there was.
I think I kind of bailed out around then.
Yeah, I think there was Lisa Tarbuck after that, but there was.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? The only thing I remember of them together was, I don't know what the fuck he was just she was just reeling off, like, you know, when they say like, oh, coming up later in the show, blah 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 blah, and he for some reason just gets like a small watering can and puts it up his nose, and starts like pouring water up his nose. And then he stops and it all starts falling out, and then just suddenly the biggest amount of snot you ever seen just fucking falls, and it's just hanging out of his nose whilst he's on live television. And I never understood why he was doing it. Also, the only thing I remember, he had a absolutely enormous selection of Ben Sherman shirts. That is all I remember of Johnny fucking Vaughan.
His shirts.
Loads of Ben Sherman shirts every fucking morning.
For some reason, when I was in Southborough, my school, the year above, I think, did like a school play of something. For some reason, they were on the Big Breakfast.
Really?
They went and performed a scene, and my geography teacher, Mr. Lang, went with them. And why they were on the show, they found out he used to be like a radio DJ. So and then it cut back to him, and he was a really serious like guy. Had a bit, get a bit of temper problem. And it cut to him like dressed up as like a raver with like a beanie and big glasses, pretending to like DJ out in the garden, and everyone was dancing. And I'm like, what is happening? Like, it was such a surreal thing to see in the morning when having your breakfast.
I used to like Zig and Zag. Zig and Zag was always really funny.
Yes.
Despite being aliens, one of them for some reason was Welsh. Like no one explained that at all.
Yeah. They had their album.
They did. They all love me.
Albums,
they all
I
love
think.
me. Them girls, they girls, they all love me.
I remember they covered. I remember a B-side to one of their songs. That turn on your landing light, turn on your landing light. I don't know. I remember the B-side, but not the song.
All I remember is him. There's at one point I think Zig says in a ragamuffin style. It's the only thing. It's the only thing I can remember from it. Oh dear.
Make sure I'm not imagining that. Zig and Zag.
Fun memories.
Oh, it is. Turn on your land. It's crazy that I remember that. Fucking mental that I remember that.
Yeah, I love
Zig
me.
and Zag.
Yeah, I love
Turn
me.
on your God. Somebody
Them girls,
only
they girls, they
uploaded
all
that.
love me.
I mean, obviously it's been on there for loads, but somebody only recently uploaded that a week ago. Isn't that weird?
That is. Yeah. That is.
Isn't that fucking weird? Oh, there's Ant and Dec with Zig and Zag. That's gonna be a hell of a video.
Oh, that's a crossover. That's the crossover
Jesus
we never knew
Christ.
we needed.
Ant and Dec with Zig and Zag. And
And Chris Evans.
looking fucking young as fuck.
And Chris Evans, and he's still ginger and not just white.
Oh, Chris Evans and Julian Clary. What a lineup. Jesus
he was
Christ.
still Chris the Red back then, not Chris the
Yeah,
White.
yeah. Bloody curtains and shit. Oh, Chris.
Robin Williams.
Fucking hell. He did a guest host. Didn't they? They had loads of hosts, didn't they?
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah. Oh, well. Good luck, big breakfast.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Gabby Roslin. Gabby Roslin and Chris Evans were like the golden team.
Oh
from the
yeah.
original, right?
Before that was
Weren't they the originals?
They were before Johnny and Denise. It was Chris and Gabby.
Yeah, they were the ones, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones you wake up with every morning.
Absolutely.
Go on, Gabs.
With a raging stiffy.
Oh, steady on there, Gabs. Fucking hell, a bit extreme.
Oh.
I'd say that kind of brings us up towards the end of the episode.
I feel it does. We've had a nice.
That was quite a random episode. I enjoyed that. I kind of feel I started the episode a lot more buzzed than I should have been, and I kind of like split my way through it. Then about 20 minutes in, I kind of leveled out a bit and was a bit more just like, let's just talk about some random
just some good conversation, mate.
I've quite liked the recording in the bedroom setup for me.
Is it?
I've got a bit more space.
I've got
loads of toys to play with.
I've grown quite fond of my office.
I've got loads of toys to play with. I haven't had to turn off the podcast halfway and reset anything.
We haven't. We've had an absolute doozy. I think we've.
Considering us having a lot of sound dishes before we got started.
I feel like
but moving the mixer away from everything and putting it down on the floor made a big difference.
Yeah, we're done. This has been a good one. I've enjoyed myself.
Yeah, I've enjoyed myself too, Jackson. What a delight it's been.
It's been lovely to speak to you as always.
Well, yes, as always. I enjoy the bi-weekly Friday nights, so for the old Skype-erino.
Bye. I love our bisexual Fridays.
When's your next tooth out? Is that coming? Is that going to be before the next episode?
Nah, mate, not even close. I booked a week off so I could go and get it done and not have to fucking worry about going to work or anything. They haven't got anything until the middle of June. I'm fucking way off, mate. You'll have to wait fucking 7 episodes before I can give you any kind of fucking update.
When's your week off?
Starting from the 23rd of May.
Oh, nice.
Let's meet up and record in person.
Yeah, about to say, let's figure out doing that. Yeah,
Yeah.
we should try and do that.
Jolly good. Let's do that.
I'd be up for that. Fucking A, cool.
I'd absolutely.
All right, yeah, that'd be good news, everyone. We might meet up and record together. That'd be fun.
In
Bit us
persona.
the same room. We've only been in the same room once. Since to record. We've obviously seen each other, but to record, we've only been in the same room once since all this started. So that would be pretty fucking awesome. I also actually want to give a special mention to my godson Reese. Big fucking shout outs, Reese.
Hello, Reese.
To Reese. Called me up the other day on the telephone. Actually phoned me, and just to catch up.
That's really nice.
And it was not. I was like, oh, that's nice, and it was nice. Cheers, Reese.
I hate talking on the phone.
Yeah, no, so do I, but it was nice. I was like, oh, this is nice. Called me up and we had a nice little chat. What telephones are for. He was taking his exams, obviously being an electrician. He was taking his big final exam.
Yeah.
Which he said was like a 10-hour fucking practical. Fucking, I kept trying to say
10 hours.
I don't think in one go. I kept trying to say physical. 10-hour physical we had to do. 10-hour physical. They had him climbing up walls, jumping over small gates, and
I was thinking more of just like a doctor had a finger in his ass for 10 hours.
Anyway, so he had the big final exam, and he got a distinction. So fucking smashed it.
Well done,
Fully
Reece.
qualified. Probably start earning those mega bucks, and you can keep buying awesome things. So every now and again, he used to send me a picture of him holding like fucking Thor's hammer. I bought this. And I'm like, fucking hell.
You
And
can buy that.
a few days later, I've got Captain America's shield now. Jesus. You're
mate,
going to be
next
still going to be
one.
unstoppable.
He's going to have that Iron Man mask that you
The
have to
Iron
just...
Man helmet. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be unstoppable.
Oh.
I should have worn my helmet, my Star Wars helmet.
I'm going to have to ask us to wrap this up, mate, because I'm dying for a piss here.
Oh, classic Jackson. All right, then. Everyone, cheers for listening. We'll be back in a couple of weeks. I have been Greg, eating rotting flesh Armstrong.
Oh, I've been Joe, my fucking bladder hurts, Jackson.
Go on, you go. I might narrate for a bit.
All right, well, I'll do a sign-off in a second.
Oh, no, we're finishing. Goodbye.
All right, bye.
It's actually quite funny because Joe's got a Nicolas Cage pillow on his seat and he's just got up, and all I can see now is like Nicolas Cage like peering over into the camera like he's really, who's that? What's going on there? Who's that in there? Anyway, everyone, thanks for listening. We'll be back in a couple of weeks. Bye.
I've been Joe Funky Farts Jackson.
The All Seeing Guys podcast is part of Podnose, the UK's leading independent entertainment podcasting network. For episode archives of the All Seeing Guys and all of the shows on the network, visit us at www.podnose.com. You can also follow us on Twitter via @Podnose or send us an email via admin@podnose.com.